que j'ai jamais Est-ce que je fais du... Non, il faudrait que je lave la table.
Yeah.
Est-ce que mes screen tombent te dérangent ici?
Non.
Ok.
Bon. Problème de raton.
Tu prends ma chasse?
Bah oui, c'est ce que je vais faire. By the way, mon micro fonctionne avec le live. Fait que c'est gibberish central pour tout le monde dans le chat. Wow! De la lumière! C'est bon?
Le téléphone est où?
Sur la table de cuisine, je pense.
Veux-tu entrefermer ça?
Ah ouais, je vais juste mettre un des trucs pour bloquer la porte. Puis...
Le micro, elle peut pas sortir. Fait que...
Bon, bah, je le veux.
Elle veut pas être fermée dedans. Elle est tellement drôle.
Ah, tu veux qu'il est pire. Pire de les petits chats. All right. Hi everyone. Sorry for all the French gibberish. All right. Who is here? Hi Lise. Hi Tsukabu. Hi Heather. Hey Zasha. Otto. Hi. Ah, happy birthday, Zasha. There were, I think I saw Lee. Hold on. There were other people. Sorry, this is not my usual chair. Hi, Lil Des and Lee that I saw were there earlier. Hey, Sticky Art. And yes, we have a Pecco today. Comment c'est mou? Comment c'est mou, mon bébé? Hey, Popo. Oui. Compactant. Vas-y. Laisse-le-toi. Comment tu veux? Tu me fais plaisir par compactant. Comment tu veux t'installer? Bichet. Pro. Comment tu t'installes? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Yeah, she's a good kitty. She really likes to sleep really tight. So sometimes she likes it when I put my arms in a circle and she can sort of compact herself in there. Which is really cute. Alright. Hey Stevie, hi. Hey Mikey. I need my tea. Can I get you a bit closer to your food? There you go. All right. Whew. Oh wow, sticky art 15 hours. I don't have that kind of patience. The live stream is nicely timed today because I'm starting a new medication, and it seems like so far it gives me a bit of nausea around this time of the day, so this is going to be a welcome distraction. Heather says, confirming to arm circle, so what you're saying is she reverts to liquid state. Yeah, but like she really tries to compact herself the tighter she can. So she likes the pressure of the arms to try and fit inside the circle. What's sad though is that if she settles like that and I go away, she will often go back to sitting in loaf mode. It's like, no mom, I need the compact circle thing. And I'm like, kitty, I have things to do. Hey, Firecloud, hi. It's been a while. Ugh. It's really not that bad, it's just weird because I started meds like this week, like Wednesday. So I'm a bit like, what? What's happening? Hey Mallory, hey Val. Hi guys. Oh my gosh, Val, what? We are cat annex, if anything. Comfort me, human. Now you can't do anything with your hands for the next hour. Yes. Yeah, and she stole my chair. Like, I went the extra length of buying a chair cover and cushions to sort of revamp a pretty busted up chair. And now the cat is always on it. My tea is Earl Grey second infusion with some non-dairy creamer in it. Non-dairy unsweetened creamer. Because for some obscure reason, I don't really like warm drinks with sugar in it. Even cocoa, I'm struggling a bit. And if it's a cold drink, like if it's a cold brew or iced tea, no problem. Sugar is amazing in that. But for warm stuff, I really don't like sugar in there. So I'm like, whoa. Oh, I gotta show you guys. Last weekend we had my hold on, I have to go grab something. It's gonna be an adventure because it's on the other side. I can do it. Yes, sir. I did it and I stepped on everything to get there, but yeah. I will see. Hey, Holly, by the way, hi. I will. Oh, that's something I should write on the grocery list. But I will buy fresh ginger and I will do like hot ginger tea because I know that helps. I just need to get used for it. So because that's kind of a new thing. But the thing is that the meds, the new ones, really help with the tiredness. Hey, San, hi. So yeah, basically what I was saying is last Saturday I saw my friends and it sort of was my birthday sort of get together and everything, and my friend who adopted Linus gave me the best gift. Look at this. And hold on, there's a second one! That must have been loud, sorry. But look at this! Aww. So yeah, she got pictures of Linus framed. And I almost cried when I opened that. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the sweet boy. Sweet baby boy. Yeah, thank you for the tissues. But yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh. And oddly enough, my friend was like, I had to ask your boyfriend because I wasn't sure you were gonna like this. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? How? So I have one of them just in the corner over there. And this one is usually on my other table. Oh, you're gonna see my... There you go. Oh, that's awesome if the nausea is a temporary thing. But it's you know, it's minor. It's just and it's fine. I mean, I prefer to have that a bit than to be super tired that I can't do anything. And also, like, it's a good way to counter the fact that I use eating as a coping mechanism. Yeah, that's the thing, Otto. That's the thing that always baffles me. Otto says, I wonder if Ev would not like a picture of a cat. Any cat. And that's the thing. Like, I love cats. So, yeah, get me anything with a cat on it, I'm gonna love it. Lee says, I love that in one of them, Linus looks like he's trying to FaceTime you. Like, hello, can you see me? Yeah. You love cats? Oh my gosh, I do? Yeah, it might be a bit weird to have a picture of a random cat, but I mean, we have a daily calendar that's basically a new cat picture every day, and we love it. So yeah, this is the thing I wrote on the Discord server, but I wrote it like earlier today, so I am not sure if you guys saw it. And I'm starting slow. I will be doodling too, but yeah, I'm just being slow. But I was thinking about making this sort of a Q&A kind of deal. Sorry. Ugh. I just ate too, so that doesn't help me. But yeah, and if you guys like wanna ask just about anything, which is a bit like it is usually, but you know. Yeah, I think that might be it. Lee says, maybe your friend was afraid it would be insensitive because you wanted so much to keep him. So she was afraid it would be stumping around in those feelings. But yeah, I think that might be part of it. I mean, I'm not throwing shade on my friend at all. I think it's I think she was worried that it would be too kitschy. Oh, I will be a crazy cat lady. No doubt about that. Did I say hi, Lana? Hi, Lana. I'm already there. Yeah, I would have so many cats if I could. good. Matches my... There you go. I love cats. Yeah, that's a... I know that before I got on the brain meds. I know I've rambled about this before, but before I got on the brain meds, I was struggling with liking anything. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna grab this too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Heather is a confirmed cat lady. But yeah, I was in a weird state of being unable to just feel things a normal way, I guess. So I was at a place where I could not even say that I loved cats. I didn't love anything. It was just weird. And then I spoke to my doctor, like, should I do something about this? And he was like, yep. Here, take some meds. And I was like, oh, okay. Awesome. And then I started taking the meds and I was like, oh my gosh. Life has a flavor. I think that's the right side. So yeah, but now, yeah, now that's pretty much like, dude, like cats. Alright, I bought this because it had cats on it. I don't use that type of eraser a lot, but I was like, oh my gosh, the cats are so cute. And I have, not this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just here, like pens and pencil that have Gigi on it. Gigi is the cat from Kiki's delivery service. Yeah, I should have picked up that something was wrong, because as a kid, I was all about cats. I was drawing cats all the time. I adored my cat, and I was like, cats, cats, cats. Everything I did was about cats, if I could. Like, I found some old homework from grade school, and it was all about cats. And I should have picked up that, like, if I no longer feel like this, perhaps there's something wrong, but I did not. Have not living cats, that's the sign of the apocalypse. Have not living... Yeah! Oh my gosh, Heather, whoa. Yeah, I can be really swayed by things that have cats on them. That's like... Also, it's a good way, because I'm not good at choosing. Like, if there are many options that I like, I struggle to pick one, but like the cat factor is a good deciding one. I will get things just because they have cats on it. Like, oh, there's many designs for this thing that I want to buy, so which one am I gonna get? The one with the cats on it. There you go. Aww, Otto. And I agree, Otto says it's super good to have markers like that in your life. If you don't like, aren't doing certain things, time to get some help. Yeah, now hindsight is 2020, but yeah, now that I know, I'm like, And I will talk about it, because if that can sort of give a tip to someone struggling to look up for those factors. And I don't know why it's suddenly happened. I don't look for meaning that much. But I know it's possibly related to a bunch of stuff, but yeah. So now I feel better, and yeah, the new meds are sort of helping with a bunch of stuff too. And I know that some people are like, well, I don't know about taking mini meds, and I'm like, well, I understand that, but at the same time, if it helps, cat cafes are awesome. Otto is the best. Oh my gosh, I so have to send you a parcel of sorts before the. I got you a small jar of local clover honey. You know, just a small one because it's not too heavy, and I need to send it before it crystallizes. The thing is that it's always either I have a bunch of things like flat, like paper or whatnot to send you, or I have a bunch of like 3D things to send, and now I have a bit of both. I'm like, how do I reconcile this thing? What? Oh my gosh, cat patterns. You have to send that to my Twitter. Alright. Tsukabu says, how many cat things do you want? Me, yes. Oh my gosh, Heather. Kokuyo makes really good stationery supplies. Oh, thank you so much, Otto. Yeah, I'm glad though, because things with cat patterns on them are kind of easy to find. Like marketers are aware that cat ladies exist. And they bank on it, and I'm glad they do. I really like my current doctor. It's the first time I have a doctor that acts and looks like he's passionate about medicine. He's closer to his retirement than the beginning of his career, if I can say that. But he still goes to conferences, and he knows a lot, and he's not dismissive. He's really, he's a good guy. Yeah, I'm fortunate in the sense that my brain seems to like react to meds in a proper way. Medication. I take 2. I have been taking escitalopram for a couple of years. That's the one I take, and that's when I went to see my doctor. I was like, do you think you could possibly give me a higher dosage of that one, because I feel like I could do with a bit more, you know. And he was like, you're already taking the maximum you can take daily. And I was like, oh, oh shit. And yeah, and then he was like, perhaps we need to switch you. And I was like, switching was really complex. So I asked him, is there a way I can take something extra in addition to the one I'm already taking? So that's the new one that I haven't been taking for long. So I can't really vouch for it. But it's Wellbutrin. That's the brand name. I don't know what the generic is. I love the shaky pencil. It has a fun weight, and also it's really, I don't know, it's really cathartic to go like to get some lead out of it. I don't know why I put lavender lead in it. I should have put a pink lead in it, but yeah. Next one. There's still a bit of a hurdle with mental issues, but I will always talk freely about it. I don't feel like I should try to cover it up. Like, it feels so unpleasant to not be treated for it, that I don't wish that on anybody else, so I will openly talk about it. And if it helps other people seek treatment and get to a point where they feel better too, maybe that's completely worth it. It feels awful to need meds and not have them. Otto says that she lost her driving license because in the UK, if you are diagnosed bipolar and don't take meds, you automatically lose your driving license. Do you think that it would affect your driving? Escitalopram seems to be very common. Like, I have friends that take it too, and I think it's it's a good molecule to take. Okay, so bupropion is what's in Wellbutrin. Whoever comes with med's name. Blah. Thanks for the grooming session, Pex. That tail is gonna be sparkly clean. Oh, okay. Otto says that she knows she's a good driver, but that doesn't stop other people in mania doing some silly things, and driving way faster than you should on the road is way too easy. Yeah, I was just wondering, like how far the effects go. And yeah, it seems like they would impact driving too, which sucks. Oh, Tsukabu, that sucks. Val says, doctors grab a bowl of random letters and randomly chose them to create a drug's name. They used this game called Boggle, if you remember. Hey, Bebna, hi! But yeah, Boggle, you have like this tray, and there's a cover, and there's a bunch of dices with... dices. There's a bunch of dice with letters on it, and basically you put the cover on the tray, and you shake it, and then you flop it over and you let all the lettered dice settle in the tray, and you try to find words by connecting letters together. So I think that's how they come up with Med's name too. They shake it and then they look at the tray and they're like, Escitalopram. There you go. Got one. That's a really good point. Heather says that she doesn't like that law. All she can think it would do would encourage people not to seek treatment so they can keep driving. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that with bipolar, it's really there's an added difficulty because from what I've heard of bipolar people like Carrie Fisher and Stephen Fry, is that when you are on a mania phase, it's sort of really hard to keep up with meds and everything. So, like, if you are treated, I think that perhaps they tend to drop the treatment in mania phase because they're like, I'm fine, I'm good, everything is peachy keen. Oh, Heather says the generic name actually has a bit of reasoning behind it. Classes of meds have the same ending. Oh, that's really interesting. Oh. Crud. Oh. coming. Alright, so two things to of note is that Faber-Castell has come up with a water brush pen. And I'm not a huge fan of water brushes, but I wanted to try it because they usually come up with nice things. So this is something that I want to be experimenting with a bit more. And yeah, it has quite a small reservoir, shaped a bit like the Pentel aqua brush thing. As far as I can tell, it comes only in medium size, and it has this cap that is supposedly designed to also be used as a scripting tool to create effects. But yeah. And I also got this book here. I hope that's in frame. It's the Complete Cat Breed book, and I am glad I did because I've been drawing the same 3 types of cats. And I was like, maybe I need to branch out a bit. So, ooh, pretty girl. And yeah, so I looked on Amazon, and sometimes you can have a preview of inside the books. And I thought that this one was great because each page has a breed, and they have more than one photo, and usually they have a full view, so that can give me an idea. Like this one can be a more lean cat with, you know, huge ears. Like I can see some of the features to try and put that in my drawing, like the shapes of faces. There's a lot of different shapes in there. So yeah, that's a really nice book, and it has a like it's catalog of breeds. I think all this part is just breeds. Oh, except at the end. The end is a bit on care and behavior. So that's always useful. There's a glossary at the end, but there's a bit of a like various info in the beginning, and they explain the name of coats and types of hairs and all of that. Yeah, that's a good book. If I put the link to the book in the description if anyone is curious. I just thought it would be easier to have that at the ready. Hairless opossum, super gross. Oh my gosh. So yeah, and it's pretty interesting to read regardless, because I don't know, I think it's fascinating, cats, the way they sort of mix and stay all the same size, and there's really not that much to and I learned that a particolor cat is a thing. Have 2 or more definite colors in their coats. Yeah, and the white spotting, Pico has that. So, yeah, just, you know, interesting stuff. So, yeah, it's not very expensive too, so that's always a bonus. It's always a plus. So I will refer to it once I've found something to doodle here. Hairless opossum. I haven't seen a lot of hairless things that actually look really good. like, I think the hairless cats are one of those that fare a bit better than the other, but the hairless mole rat, naked mole rat, anyway, that's another one that's straight out of a nightmare. And yeah, it's not cute. It's weird. I don't know why hairless opossum makes me laugh. I haven't seen it yet, but I still find it funny. Oh no, poor little parrot. Oh, that's super interesting. Heather says med grouping example. Stomach meds that are proton pump inhibitors and Imprezol, I believe. Nexium, esomeprazole, Prilosec, omeprazole, Prevacid, Lansoprazole, to name a few. I started taking Prevacid as well. I hope that it can be a temporary thing, because I would like to lose weight. Hey, Havoc, hi! I would like to lose weight so that there's less acid reflux going on, but yeah. Meanwhile, oh, Havoc is so cute. So I will have to improvise a bit, but I think I will try to draw Otto on a hike as a cat with Mr. Otto. What kind of cat do you think you should be? I feel like Mr. Otto should be a ginger cat of some sort. Havoc is adorable. I feel like, since I know what kind of clothes Otto prefer, I kind of feel like Otto should be a black cat, or a grey cat, a charcoal colored cat. The pencil has a lavender lead, actually. All he ever wears is black. Do you feel like you should both be black cats? Or one grey and one black? Now that I've said that, like I'm gonna completely fail at the drawing, since I put pressure on myself to be something. As long as I got hair. Yeah. I don't think I would draw anyone as a hairless cat unless they ask for it. Unless they tell me, like, I really want to be a hairless cat. Like, okay. Hold on, was there a question? No, I don't use Pilot Eno because Pilot Eno is really, really hard to erase. And I hate that. I use the Uni Nano Dia, either 0.7 in red or 0.5 in mixed color. And that one has red, orange, green, blue, darker blue, lavender, and pink lids. It's awesome. I know hairless cats are just as precious, but they are not. They are not the favorite of everyone. I press too hard on my pens, on my lids. And Pilot NO, I would like dig holes in my paper before I would ever get to leaving a mark. Hey, Havoc. Mitsubishi LEDs are hard to get in Germany. Yeah, it's not... Sorry. Bubbles. Yeah, they are not that easy to find. Like for America, Jet Pens has them. And you can possibly find resellers on Etsy. Oh, 2mm. I think they call those lead holders. Because most of them don't have the same mechanism as mechanical pencil. It's more like a clutch pen. So I'm gonna improvise a bit for the background because I don't have any ref handy and my phone is in the other room. I think my favorite part of this pencil is how long it has of the you know, the tiny part at the end that holds the lead. This one is really long and it's really nice. Like it's really good at preventing the lead breaking something. Words, what? And yeah. Yeah, some leads are really hard to erase. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them to make this sort of like Q&A, if anything. But yeah, we sort of tend to do this all the time, so it's not exactly different. Don't you hate it when you use a cheap pencil and the eraser just smudges the mistakes and make them worse? Oh, well, the issue is with the eraser itself. I think a good eraser is the main thing that one needs for drawing. Like you can get away with a really cheap pencil and lead, but you need a good eraser. Heather, do you figure that most people don't realize that all these things are metric measurements? Oh, hey, Havoc again. Question. So, if we're speaking cyan, magenta, yellow triad, what watercolors is your favorite cyan equivalent? I think my favorite would be genuine manganese blue. So yeah, that's kind of a problem because it's It's no longer a thing that exists. Oh, hey, Avok again. If I want to go perhaps a bit more convenient, I would say that phthalo blue green shade is a really good cyan sort of color. I really... Hold on, I played with this color not too long ago. Let me check. The sort of manganese hue by Daniel Smith is actually quite nice. Yeah. Like I played with colors on this just for fun, and there's a bit of cobalt teal in here and some Mayan blue. But there's also a lot of manganese, and it's a nice color. It has a bit of granulation in it, so yeah. Oh, and the magenta and yellow. Phthalo green, yeah, green or yellow shade. Magenta, well, any kind of color that looks like a good magenta, I'm glad. If I can be picky, I would try to find a PV42 color, just because it's consistently the same color, while PV19 has more of a range. And as for neutral yellows, I never remember which one it is, but just any kind of neutral yellow. I think PY3 is decent, and I think the other one is PY151. Perhaps the biggest tip I can give about cyan, magenta, yellow triad is to swatch what you have and try to find the closest possible match. Like, I don't think you have to buy new paints if you already have these colors. But yeah. We know that buying new paint is always fun, so there's that too. This is really small. I'm sort of worried about trying to add glasses. Yeah, that's gonna be the difficulty of a limited palette, but basically if you have cyan, magenta and yellow, you're gonna be able to have earth colors from mixing all the three colors together. You might have to practice a bit to find the colors that you like, but yeah, if you try mixing only two colors, you're never gonna be able to get an earth color, but if you mix the three of them in different ratio, that should get you closer to that. Hey, Steve! Hi! I agree. Hey, Lab Accident! Steve says, buying new paints is the best thing ever. My go-to to feel like a million. I agree. Oh my god, buying them is one thing, and then receiving them and trying them. That's so much fun. We have to buy new paints. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to convince me. But I try to stay, you know, not too much of an enabler. Ooh, quinacridone coral, that's lovely. There's two Steve. Well, there's Stevie and Steve. A lot of people make art by playing with pure pigment swatches on paper. I think that can be really enjoyable and still very expressive and artsy, if I can say that. I've set up a space on the Discord server to hold the Renaissance.card giveaway that I mentioned last week. The link to the Discord is in the description if you want to join. And yeah, Discord is a sort of a platform for chatting. So it's a really nice way to keep conversations going during the week and share all sorts of things. And it's free, and it's, you know, relatively simple. All one has to do is to create an account, and there you go. Thank you so much for posting the link, Otto. Yep, I agree about the cooler yellow, or at least replacing Hansa Yellow Med by something perhaps a bit more neutral. It's finally cool enough to bake a bit, so I made banana chocolate muffins this morning. I love muffins. I miss it so much. Like during the rest of the year when it's too warm to bake muffins. And store-bought muffins are not the same. They're super like greasy and big. Hey, Joy Decision, hi! Oh, Viridian and Alizarin Crimson is a nice grey too. It's possibly a bit less granulating too. Unless it's genuine Viridian, I think. I personally have dropped the idea of ever compiling all my paints and swatches. Like, it's just not possible. It would take forever to do it, and I know I would get so bored before finishing. So I do the next best thing. I just try to paint a lot and use the colors so I know what they look like. Muffins. Autumn is the time to restart baking in stews and such. I agree. It's also a great season to get, you know, fresh carrots, like big bags of carrots and onions and turnips and all sorts of things that are great in stews. I struggle more with finding good meat, but I'm really happy with the good veggie stew, especially if it has potatoes in it. Like everything, if you add potatoes, it's gonna be even better. Potatoes. Oh my gosh, you can always tell driving by the factory when they're making muffins. Is it like walking near a Subway and they are cooking the bread? That is completely their intention with this. They definitely cook the bread on purpose so people go like, cooked bread, and walk in and get some. Because, oh my gosh, cooking bread, is there anything that smells that good? Except a kitten. I think kitten is the best smell ever. A kitten. A tiny little kitten. Carbs. Yep. Yep. Fresh baked bread in general smells amazing. Yep. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, there's something a bit off about the Subway smell, but it's still a good smell. Like there's there's never been a time when I walk near a Subway and they're baking the bread that I go, ugh. I'm always like, great smell, but it's not enough to lure me in, personally. Yeah. Heather says, and I agree, new kitten smell is awesome, and then they poop. Yeah. Hey, Grouchy, hi. I'm waiting for this to dry a bit. I should go get some water for painting. How about horse smell? I don't know, my experience of horse smell is a big mix of hay and horse poop. So I'm not so sure that's ideal. Oh my gosh, bread. Bread. Alright, be right back. Besoin d'un bol pour de l'eau. Ben, tu peux-tu m'en amener un quand t'as fini? Ok, cool. Ouais, les blancs, là. S'il est plein de poussière, tu le rinces un peu, puis avec de l'eau dedans, s'il te plaît. Cool, merci. So, Mr. E is using the bathroom at the moment. He will bring me a bowl of water when he's done. Sorry. Stretching. Oh, I don't have my phone with me. Hey, Malvina! Steve says I am not happy with the water brush. Got any suggestions? Water brushes in general, I find, are really terrible. I've tried many of them and I haven't found one that I really like. So I saw a couple of new releases lately, including this one that I'm testing at the moment. But it's impossible to control water with this. So I don't really like using them. The only thing I would suggest is to find a travel brush that you like and a way to carry a small jar of water. That's the sort of the only thing that works well, I find. Oh, I'm glad you're liking it, Otto. It's it's fun to be drawing hiking cats. The best way to use a water brush is to throw it away and buy a real brush. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, some people make it work. I just know that I am unable to. Oh, water delivery. Awesome. Merci beaucoup. Tu as vu mon raton? Pas mal beau mon raton.
T'as pas de caméra raton?
Oui, j'ai une caméra raton. Là? Raton. Puis là, tu peux voir à droite, t'as
ouais.
La caméra raton. Les camératons?
C'est marqué, en tout cas, ok.
Live 4 cam.
C'est mes pieds.
C'est tes pieds? Yeah, Pico is fast asleep. Afternoons are for naps. The end. Not much else to do for a tiny cat in the afternoon except napping. Oops, that's gonna be a bit of a shaky cam. As I erase my sketch. Yeah, I don't like water brushes. Like, it's super easy to create an undesired gradient with a water brush. Because it never, like, sure, when you press it, more water comes out, but when you don't press it, water still comes out. So whatever you're doing, you're gonna be watering it down. Or adding too much water, so it's gonna create a background. So in both cases, no one wins. Oh no, you can't get a wash with the water brush. Ooh, spun honey. What is that? Is it as a way of separating the honey from the tidbits that end up with the honey? Okay, so which paints? I kind of want some nice blue options for the sky. Why am I so full of bubbles today? What's up with that? Hey, Grouchy, you're in Canada, right? Check out the Serre. I think perhaps the Serre still has the tubes in 10, 11 millimeters. Though their opera is the least neon of all the operas. Okay, so spinning is to harvest the bee's honey, to get honey out of the cells. Oh, that's so cool. I don't have any cool, well, cool, I mean cool in the sense of awesome, but I don't have any great blues in my handmade paints, mostly because all the blues I like are toxic pigments that I can't work in here. Let's peruse. Let's check this. Oh. What is that? Oh, that's scrap paper. Bye. Blue pigments are just generally annoying. How so? Stop licking the cushions, Pico. Oh, I could use a Holbein. I don't use Holbein often enough. And I have a pretty nice set put together. Ah, that's awesome, Steve. Steve says that he was able to purchase some A Gallo paints. Not delivered yet, but no, that stays there. but looking for the postman every day like a little boy. Can't wait. I know that feeling. Yes, that's Pecco. Hi, Shizvi. Shizvi? Or I don't know how you say that. That's Pecco indeed. Boop, boop. But this one, you mean? These are the colors in this set. These are the colors in this set, is what I meant to say, but tripped in my tongue. Which White Knight paints was that, Steve? So this is a set. This is a combination of many sets. Well, many. 2 sets plus some extra pans that Otto got me. And yeah, there's the 12 colors that came in this set. I don't remember what it's named, but this is one of the Holbein sets. Let's remove the blue tack. There you go. And I had the Karakuri set as well, and I combined the colors. I had one pan that I bought locally at an exorbitant price. And yeah, you got me Opera, Cobalt, and Leaf Green. I would say, Steve, that any White Knight paints that you feel you would use are worth it because they are inexpensive. I think the advert was possibly for the newest releases that are not exactly new, but I think they finally got them on Jackson's, and they have some awesome cobalt color in there. Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm still incredibly thankful you got them for me, because like having the pan with the name, the color number, and the magnet means that I can super easily refill it after that. But yeah. Oh, they have released new colors again. Oh my gosh! So many colors. Alright. Brushes. Yeah, the earth colors by White Knight are a bit hard to wet, and they're a bit weak. Some of them. I think yeah, these colors are not exactly new. They had them on Ken Bromley's website for a bit. These are the colors I swatched and mentioned in one of my Slice of Studio Life video. The cobalt turquoise color is perfect. It is that good. Then again, it's hard to go wrong with that color. So nice and smooth. Yep, that works. Ah, thank you so much for putting the link, Otto. But yeah, that's those. I don't think I got them for Ken Bromley. I'm sorry, I got them from Society of All Artists for All Artists, because they had them as a bundle. Oh yeah, that's a good blue. That's awesome, Steve. 24 watercolor kit and 24 opaque kit. I think that's like the one in the wooden box, isn't it? That one is lovely. Yeah, there's the Miyazaki Holbein palette. I don't think there's anything really special about the selection, because some of the colors were out of production, so I don't know how they worked around that. I think it's all colors you can get like regularly. The only difference is that it comes with like a small leaflet that's illustrated by him, but it's all in Japanese, so I mean, it's a lovely set, but I think there's a lot of hype too. Yeah, we love enablers. Wow, Otto is on fire with all the links. I think that Miyazaki, if you can find an image of his palette, or in the leaflet there's a drawing of it, he has the color set in the wells, but he also has like colors directly in the lid. So yeah, the OG stuff has paint that is outside of the wells. Oh no. Yeah, that's always the thing. Like whenever I see an advert for sale and they advertise for a brand that covers many types of mediums, I'm always like, oh yeah, awesome, and then I check and it's the oil or the acrylic, and I'm like, bummer. Oh no. Oh man. Companies need to stop making new sets. I'm both excited and dreading the the release of Schmincke's holiday palettes. I'm like, oh no, but oh yes too. Like I hope, best case scenario, they will put out new palettes that are gonna be really nice and fun, but I'm not gonna be interested in any of them. That's the best case scenario. So I gotta wait for paint to dry a bit. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Do I still have tea? Yep. What do you collect? Lots of stuff actually. Paint being one of them. Palettes. I have a bit of an obsessive personality, like not really hardcore, but like when I get into something, I can like buy a bunch. And I'm so easily done in by like new releases, new colors, new, you know. It's a bit like mugs. We don't need a billion mugs, but it's really hard not to buy a billion mugs. It was delicious, though a bit cold. Is Romary & Co. brush sets worth it? I have no idea. The shipping to Canada was kind of dreadful, so I never tried their paints, their brushes. I've heard mixed reviews though. Oh, that's so cool, Steve. Oh my gosh. Steve says, I was able to purchase a bunch of those mini palettes, factory seconds, got 20 and donated to high school watercolor club. Oh, I wish my high school had a watercolor club. Hey, Peter, hi. Yeah, this weird hyperfocus thing. It was worse before. Now it's a bit better, but still, like the state of my home, while being still fairly decent, sort of shows what kind of areas I usually am more vulnerable to buying new stuff. Hey, Eliza, hi. Yeah, in high school there was no such thing as a watercolor club. Yeah, fountain pens, ink, stationeries, paints, brushes, paper, books. I don't think I was in any club in high school. I don't think how I can't. I don't think our school had many of them. They were mostly sports clubs, which was not for me. Oh, I think I can sort of hear myself from my headphones, which is really weird. Doo-doo. Ah, San says that they're amazed how I can just pull out a full sketch and paint like that every live stream. They are trying Inktober and falling behind because they spend too long sketching. Well, first things first, I am not doing Inktober because I find it really, really, really hard to stick to something every day. I tried to do Inktober a couple of years and I've just accepted that it's not exactly for me. And as for sketching and painting, it's just I don't really step out of my comfort zone. So like this is nothing really new. Like I drew cats and I drew a bit of a landscape. And it's small. It's not a big drawing, so that's how I can sort of fit a drawing during a couple of hours. With a bit of practice, I'm pretty sure you could do it too. I'm not using any ceramic palettes at the moment. This is plastic, and this is enamel. Yeah, Holbein does really good vibrant colors. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Elena. Thank you. I hope you have a great weekend. Bebna asks, was it you who still thought about getting a fountain pen for art? I don't know. I have quite a few fountain pens for art. I can't. This is one, and this is one, and I have the carbon pen somewhere too. Oh, it's here. Oh, and I have more. Hold on. I have a Twisby and a Kakuno. So yeah, I'm not hesitating. I was considering buying a more expensive one, but you know, I'm still not sure I need it. Hey, welcome back, Heather. Oh yeah. That could be me, Bevna. I know I was looking for a fountain pen with flex at some point, but I don't know if I mentioned this on the live stream. Mallory says, I don't get the point of the Schmincke square palette with the ceramic insert. I thought the point of ceramic was to mix on, but the ceramic insert just holds the paints. I gotta say, I don't really get it either. It's a really weird palette. It's super interesting and unique, but is it the most useful or the most well thought out palette? Definitely not. It's weird and heavy and hard to use in a way because either you put the pans in the ceramic insert, which is a bit silly. There are, I think, 6 really tiny wells in the middle. I don't know what you're supposed to do with those. Mix. They're teeny tiny wells, so no idea. And yeah, and it's really heavy. So I love the palette. I hope I can figure out a space for it one day. For a while I used it as a gouache palette, but it was still problematic for many reasons, so I am not quite sure. Yeah, that's true. Stevie says, Inktober really has taught me to let go. At the end of each day, you have to just put up whatever. You have to just put whatever up. So some are great, but some are just okay. Heather, Bruiser chose you. He was like, yep, this is a good one. Meow, 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 meow. Hi. Can you be my friend? I could really do with a friend right now. There's a big mean doggo over there. Hey, Judy. Hi. Speaking of schminke, have you used your whiskey palette much? Not much. The one with the water tank? It's a bit silly, to be honest. It's so small that you have zero space for mixing colors. You basically just have the lid. And that's not a lot of space for mixing colors. So I am not entirely sure how one is supposed to make the best of that one. I have kind of the same issue with the 8 color well palette, but I didn't get that one from Schminke. I got that one as a sort of generic palette from Colonel Listens. Like, you can really pack a lot of color in the small whiskey palette, but I'm still not exactly sold on the... you kind of need to carry a small palette with it. Perhaps something... wow, I really have way too many papers over here. Check this out. Oh my god. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright. I'm getting to it, I'm getting to it. Hold on! Like this. This is what I was trying to get to. It's plastic, so it won't break. It's small, so it's easy to carry. And with something like a whiskey palette, you can easily like benefit from these extra 7 wells that are, you know, quite high-walled and substantial. So yeah. So I'm like, well, if the point is to have a really small palette, but I sort of have to bring another palette with it, is it really what I want from, like, how am I supposed to, like, what do I want? If I want a tiny palette, this sort of requires more than just a palette, so you're a bit stuck. Oh, bye, Steve. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you're always welcome. And you too, keep drawing and painting. Oh yeah, the lack of mixing area is really bothersome. There's like, what, 2 wells if you're lucky? Just gonna let this dry a bit. Try and find my small schminke pot. Yeah, there it is. The only things that aren't welcome are Cotman paints. Fair enough. I agree with that. Oh yeah, so it only has 2 small wells, which is less than ideal. And they're not very deep, so you can't really, like, if you want to create a wash for a sky... Oh, that soaked up all my wash. Oh well. If you want to create some kind of wash for sky or, you know, a lot of greenery, grass, well, you can't really put that much in there, and it's on an incline too, because this one has the water tank, so it sort of goes lower. I don't know. Perhaps the other one is like that too. So it's kind of an interesting object, but it's not the most useful one. Burn Gutman. Yeah. Cutman is gonna have to come up with better paints if they want to be on the recommendation list. Like, you can't keep putting out these paints and hope to be recommended. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, the box for Cutmans are really nice. This one, the Pocket Sketcher, that's a really nice travel box. Honestly, just the box is good, but the paints themselves, you can chuck them. Keep the pans, chuck the paints, and put your own paints in there. Oh no. Oh no, Stevie. Stevie says, the people at my local art store keep recommending Cutman over Schminke to beginners and they are the same price. No. I'm really glad I was not discerning when I started watercoloring as a kid. And I had a Cutman set and I was like, yay, colors! Well, really weak colors, but anyway. But for the longest time, I really had this assumption that watercolor was all really light colors. That you were not supposed to get really strong colors with watercolor, because all I could get with my Cutman set was, you know, like medium strength at best. I thought it was just a medium. It was just how it works. It's not. Guess what? It's not. It's actually much better than that. And you can get some really vibrant stuff and I gotta say, I am kind of glad that the new meds I'm taking, they really curb the weird eating compulsions I can sometimes have. Like, I just feel less prone to going to food for stuff, which is a sort of a relief, to be honest. Maybe I just needed like a stronger dose of brain meds. I mean, that could be it. Oh, really? I think Beko is dreaming. Yeah, I think she is. Oh, you're gonna see her Twitch. Hey, Ginger Bear, hi. Now, since I'm me, I'm like, should I wake her up? She's twitchy. That's a good recommendation, Mallory. I think it's the landscape set. The White Knight 12 set for beginners. If you can find it at a good price, it's a really nice choice. I think the dream is mostly by. She's not as twitchy anymore, and she doesn't make any kind of sounds anymore. Salut princesse. Oh, stretch. Ouais. I don't think you heard, but when I poked her, she went and then she stretched a bit, and then she settled back down. She's been so cute. She's cute. Aw, that's sad, Mallory. Well, I'm glad you guys were able to hear Pico. She makes really, really cute sounds, I gotta say. Like, of course I'm biased, but, you know, they say that cats have developed purring to communicate with humans, and I think that's true. Sure feels like it. Because, like, there's nothing that I find as funny as to address Peko or ask her a question and she sort of replies. Like, one thing we say a lot is like, hello Peko, hello Scout in French. And sometimes we say, hello Peko, and she goes, whoa, and I'm like, oh, you're saying hi back. How cute can you be? And she's like, I'm the cutest, Mom. And I'm like, yeah, okay, you are. Don't tell your sister, but you are. Oh, the cat you met today, Otto, was such a love bug. Like, the way, like, when you show me the head scritches, and he was, like, leaning into it so strongly. Pico does that too, but not that strongly. He was like, scratch my face! Purr, 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 purr. Man, cats are the best. I wish you should have stolen him. Steal the cat. Oh, he was in the rain, and you too. Oh, oh no. Oh, it's grooming time. That's adorable. Like, head grooming in a cat is one of the cutest thing. Because they have to wet their paw and then clean up their ears. And it's insanely cute. Otto says you have no idea. Mr. Otto had to physically restrain me from putting the cat into my backpack. Oh, I know that feeling. So, yep, you're a good kitty. You're coming home with me. He didn't have a color. Was he? Did you notice if he had the chipped ear? Wink, wink, nod, nod. You know what they say. I hope he was neutered. The dry season is upon us. Time for dry skin and itchiness again. Oh, he was neutered. That's good. That means that even if he's a colony cat, he has been taken care of. Which, you know, always makes me feel better when you see a cat outdoors. And I don't think there's a really strong... I don't see a lot of cat, even my cats. My cats are both spayed and they didn't chip the ear. And they are not chipped, which bothers me. But, but yeah, like when you see an outdoor cat that, oh, he was neutered. Okay, but his ear wasn't chipped. And it wasn't a lady cat. I wish ear chipped would be more common and done, even for like house cats and spay and neuter programs. Because, you know, I often see cats in the neighborhood outdoors, and like when they have a color and they are super friendly, I will often like call their owners and say, hey, I'm petting your cat. Is he or she supposed to be outside, you know? And so far the answer has always been, oh yeah, that's fine. I'm like, yeah, okay. But yeah, like when you see a cat that doesn't have a color, but at least he has an ear chip. Yeah, that's basically. I would read that out loud, but I don't think it's all that appropriate for YouTube. I don't mind it, but yeah. I really wish that the chip would be more common here too. But, you know, like, a lot of governments struggle to get enough money to care for humans. So definitely pets are not the main point on their radar, sadly. Like, it's no wonder that most groups I follow on, like, Instagram and YouTube, all the trap, spay, neuter, all the people who care for cats and colonies, they all do it either as a charity or on their own dime. Like, it's seldom, it's really rarely like something that is sponsored or supported by the government, which sucks. Oh yeah, that's a really tough decision to do on the moment, Mallory. Mallory says, almost got into an accident last week swerving to avoid a cat. My parents always taught me not to swerve, but I couldn't help it. I once ran over a gopher and still feel awful about it. He was proud of his inheritance. The cat's fight or flight response that often ends up as flight when it comes to cars is really bothersome. Like, they get frightened from someone walking on the sidewalk and they decide to dash in the street, in traffic. Like, dude, don't! Oh my god, don't you want to survive? Don't do that. My hair is bothering me so much. Let me get a hairband. Where is it? Where is it, Bex? Find the hairband, Pecco. Find the hairband. It was there earlier and it was like annoying me, and now that I need it, it's hidden somewhere. Oh, there it is. Oh. Gopher? Gopher? How are you supposed to say that? I am the French Canadian, so you gotta deal with it. And marmotte. There you go. Gopher. Oh, okay. Okay. And marmotte. Eek. Alright, time to paint the cats. I saw a really sad cat story yesterday, and it really bothered me because it could have been avoided entirely if the cat had stayed indoors, and that always gets to me. Because on one side, I completely understand that sometimes you cannot keep cats indoors. But at the same time, I'm always like, yes, but you still have to decide, like, what is the, first of all, what are your options and what's the best course of action? Like, one of Mr. E's sister has a farm cat and he needs to go outside. But then again, they live in a place that allows it a bit better. There's less cars, there's less traffic, it's more quiet, and the cat himself is special. He is a hunter. Like it's a big, tough cat. So yeah, it bothers me, but I can sort of see that he's in a setting where he's not completely defenseless and where he's not necessarily the possible prey of technology, you know? So I'm like, yeah, okay. But when I see like sad stories about city cats, that just bothers me to no end. There's a person that I entirely quit watching a long time ago on YouTube, like completely unrelated topics and all that, but they had the sweetest cat. Like, she was a teeny tiny female kitty, and they used to live in one of the biggest cities in the world, and they let her go outside, and of course it did not end well. And they were like, oh, I'm so sad, and I'm like, yeah, again, but why did you let her go out? She was this minuscule little thing. Like, there was no reason to not keep her indoors. What the F? Just bothers me so bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into much details because sad cat stories, they really suck. And they really get to me too, but dude, I was really angry. There's all this, you know, adopt, don't shop, and spay, neuter your pets, and I'm like, where's the t-shirt that says keep your cats indoor? They are teeny tiny beasties that need protecting. Yeah, I know that some cats don't do inside very well, but I've seen too many cases of cats that could have done inside but were let outside, and then sad stuff happened, and I'm like, that was entirely, like, I can't find a word in English, avoidable. It was entirely avoidable. And it is so rough to lose a pet, and I was like, oh my gosh, why? Why would you risk putting yourself through that? It breaks my brain. Cats, universal beings. Oh, I don't know, man. It's such a hardship. Yeah, that's true. Firecloud says, we never had indoor cats and none of them was ever killed by a car. One died 21 years old. I guess it strongly depends on where you live. Yeah, that's a really big factor. Yeah, you said you lived in a small village. That's usually like better. And some cats, they will like only go in the yard. That's still, you know, kind of safe. Whoa. Eto says, wow, YouTube is broken. The comment section for this live stream, for her, is the comment section from the video she was watching before watching this live stream. Oh, bye, Lise. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good night. Oh, whoa, Michaela, that's intense. Michaela says, my 2 cats are allowed to be in the yard, but only because we have 10 feet cement walls with razor wire on top. Eep. That's how the house was built when I started renting it. And I made sure they couldn't escape before letting them have free reign of the yard. Yeah, supervised going outside is not the same, and having like a place where they can't escape is also not the same, but I completely forgot to paint. Oh my gosh, Peko, that looks like really intense sleep. What eye colors would you like for the cats, Otto? Brown eyes and blue. Oh. So I think that's about it for today's doodle and possibly live stream. I need to let this dry, of course. But yeah, was there anything else I wanted to mention? Possibly. I don't think so. I've talked about the Renaissance dot card giveaway I'm doing. If you want to be entered into the giveaway, I don't know how many dot card sets I will have to give away. But yeah, I will randomly choose winners from the people who commented on the Discord server. So you can check that out if you feel like you want to keep on chatting with us and possibly enter the giveaway. Well, it was inspired by your walk today, except I made it sunny instead of rainy. I don't know. I don't think these vibrant colors are... Like, I could make a rainy painting with those, of course, but they're so bright and happy. So again, a really big thank you to Heather and Otto for being the moderators. Again, like I say, if you haven't watched Otto's videos already, I strongly encourage you to go check it out. Really awesome watercolor videos, and you're gonna learn a lot. And your your stash of paints will possibly get much bigger. And thank you everyone for being here today. Again, it's always super fun to spend Caturday with you guys, and I feel better, so completely forgot the nausea, and I'm good, almost good as new. So win-win-win. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see each other quite soon, and possibly next Caturday. Yeah, and yeah, it's okay. We are a great community. Everybody understands that depression and making videos is hard. So, those who don't understand, we will kick their bum. Alright. Bye guys. See you all next time, and take care. Bye. Do you want to say bye, Kit? She said, moo. So I guess that will have to do. Minute. Hello, baby. Oh, baby. Do you want to see? Do you want to say bye? She's... Bye.